Hey guys, my name is Rowan Boothby of the GPI. We're playing some Power Up today. For those of you who don't know what Power Up is, this is the latest offering from our friends over at PokerStars. This is a new form of poker, similar to the variant that was released by the Global Poker Index around a year and a half or 2 years ago, called Hold'em X. Involves the use of power cards in this instance. This is a kind of a poker meets HearthStone kind of offering, and this is the alpha version. Currently playing for some free money in the newly released alpha version of Power Up on PokerStars. We're going to take a look at some basic strategy. I've only played around 10 games of this so far, so still getting the hang of it myself. As you see, we picked up a Jack 10 here on the button. Again, the fundamental element of this game is the power cards. These cards allow you to manipulate the board, pick whole cards of your opponent to see yourself. And as you see here, our opponent's played the Intel card in his hand, so he's going to get a free peek at one of my cards. I don't think in this instance this information is going to help him. And he's played the Engineer card, so he's going to be allowed to choose a 7, King or Jack to appear on the turn. And he's picked the Jack, which is pretty favourable to us. And there's also a card that's going to be favourable to him, so I think we can just go for a call here. And as the Jack will hit, I'm assuming he's going to bet the turn as well. As this session progresses, we will be looking at each card in detail at what the cards do and the way in which they can help us win the hand. But in this instance, we can look at the next card. I don't think it's going to affect our decision. We're not going to fold here too much. We could engineer a card, so this will use up 5 of our energy points. So I think we're going to get to choose the next card. Okay, so none of these cards improve our hand, but we can protect ourselves against the 2 flush draws that could come out and some straight draws. So we're going to pick the 6 as the obvious card. It will give us a full house, and it's unlikely that we'll lose this hand unless I've just given him 4 6s. But we're just going to call here and hope that he barrels off. I think the 3-handed, it's powerful enough to raise in this spot. I'm not sure if there's any worse hands we can call by, but players are very, this is a free play version and players will pay you off surprisingly light. So we're just going to go ahead and shove this and maybe hope to get called by 9s or 10s. And he's gone ahead and called. He did have the Jack as well, so unsurprisingly this hand is going to end in a chop. So yeah, you saw some of the power cards that are available in this game. So we're going to be in the big blind here. We've got the upgrade card, which will allow us to draw a 3rd whole card. We've got the reload card, which we can swap one of our whole cards, and we've also got the scanner card, which allows us to peek at the next 2 deck cards, which will be the flop and keep or discard. Okay, so we're facing a raise here, quite a large raise. So I think this is probably quite a good spot to draw a 3rd whole card. We've got the King 4 of diamonds, so we could improve here. And at this point we are going to have to discard a card, and we've actually timed out, unfortunately, so we're going to lose that one. Trying to sort of give you guys an explanation of the cards available. We've got the 5-4 here. This is a kind of weak hand, so I think we're just going to limp in here and see what Wicked River decides to do. Okay, we flopped a gut shot here. Now this could be a spot where we look to put in a bit of put in a few chips. Is an ace-high board. We could look at the next 2 deck. I think we'll play our scanner card here and get these 2 options. Now this is Queen 9 aren't cards that will be particularly favourable to our hand specifically. So we're going to go for the discard and hope to pick up a deuce on the turn. I think we are going to go ahead and bet this. We could, not hard to represent anything that particularly strong, but we could just hope that our opponent has nothing and opts to let his hand go, which he does. So that pot is coming our way. Okay, we picked up the X-ray card here. This can be a useful card, especially in big pots where we can pick up information on our opponent's holding. This will allow us to see 1 card of our opponent's. But for the meantime, 7-9 suited on the button is a pretty nice hand just to bump it up for a raise without getting too frisky with our power cards for the moment. So we are playing, this is play money poker, and this is not a hand that's not a flop that's hit our hand particularly well. We could choose to disintegrate a board card. This isn't not particularly useful at this point. We could redraw selected hole cards. So I think this is a point where we could look to swap. The 7 isn't really coming into play. So a hand like going to keep the 9 and hope to draw a king or a 10. So we're going to reload that 7, and we're drawn to a pair of 9s, which has definitely increased the strength of our hand. The turn has brought a jack, giving us a gut shot straight draw to the 10. Unfortunately, we are now down to only 1 energy point, which will mean we can't play any power cards for the moment. We're going to play a few hands without power cards while we re-establish our energy points. So for the moment, just going to call here, hope to the 10, or hope our opponent shuts down. It could be the case that he bets again, and we'll be faced with a pretty tough decision, but a decision I think we'll probably lean towards folding eventually. He's going to play a power card. He's going to scan. I think he's going to see one of my cards, which may slow him down, and he's going to peek at the next 2 cards, which isn't particularly useful once the river card is out. Hopefully, if he's going to check down, we're going to check. I think we're probably going to take this one down unless he has a jack. Okay, he's got a queen. Slightly unfortunate, but we move on to the next hand, trying to re-establish our energy points here. Okay, so the cards we currently have are the Intel card, the X-ray card, and the Disintegrate card. 5-8 offsuit in the small blind. We're just going to let this one go, let these guys play it out. This means the next hand we will pick up 2 more energy points. Okay, lovely hand here, 10 jack. So this is a spot where, I mean, a 3-bet is likely, but we can look at the next card in the deck just to perhaps help us with that decision. Okay, and the 6 of diamonds is certainly a card that's going to help us, and so I think here is a perfect spot for a 3-bet from the small blind. We don't really want to play the hand out position. A lot of flops we can get it in on and look to double up against a Drogon 0621. Okay, he's going to pick a 3rd hole card here, and interestingly, the 6 of diamonds has gone into his hand as his 3rd card, which suggests to me that the 6 of diamonds will no longer appear on the flop. Having said that, against a face-up 6 of diamonds, the main hands we're worried about are pocket 6s, which we're in good shape against, and a6. Suited, which we won't be in good shape against, but we're not in particularly bad shape. And we put in 600 raise, so we're going to call here. He has got the pocket 6s, so we just need to hit a jack or a 10. Whiffed, and he rivers the set, and we are out. So yeah, 3rd place. Not a good start to the session.